Hello students, today we will discuss evaporation. What is evaporation? The phenomenon of change of a liquid into vapors at any temperature below its boiling point is known as evaporation. We know that particles of matter always moving. They are never at rest. At a given temperature in any gas, liquid or solid, there are particles with different amount of kinetic energy. This phenomenon. Here is the definition of evaporation. Now, factors affecting evaporation. This can be explained with an activity. Take 5 ml of water in a test tube and keep it near a window or under a fan. Take 5 ml of water in an open china dish, keep it near a window or under a fan. Take a 5 ml of water in a open china dish and keep it inside a cupboard or a shelf. Record the room temperature. We have to record in all the three cases the evaporation process. What we will observe. The surface area of water exposed to the atmosphere is minimum in the case of test tube. So it will take long time for 5 ml of water to evaporate. Although the surface area of 5 ml of water taken in open china dish in both the cases are same, but the china dish placed near the window or under a fan evaporates faster more quickly than the china dish placed inside the cupboard of your classroom. Now we observed. Now what do we infer? The effect of temperature, surface area and wind velocity on evaporation. The evaporation will affect all the three things. Now the factors affecting evaporation. Now first factor is an increase of surface area increases evaporation. If the surface area is increased, the rate of evaporation increases. For example, if we, while putting clothes for drying up, if we spread them out, they dry out faster. Now next is an increase of temperature increases evaporation. With the increase of temperature, the kinetic energy of the particles increases. So they move quickly into the vapor state. Third is a decrease in humidity increases evaporation. Humidity is the amount of water vapor present in the air. So if the amount of water in air is high, the evaporation will decrease. If the amount of water in air is low, the evaporation will increase. So decrease in humidity will increase evaporation. Next is an increase in wind speed increases evaporation. So with the increase of speed of winds, the particles of water vapors move faster away with the wind, decreasing the amount of water vapor in the surrounding. So wind speed will increase the evaporation. Next is how does evaporation causes cooling? During evaporation, only the liquid particles having high kinetic energy leave the surface of the liquid and gets converted into vapor. As a result, the average kinetic energy of the remaining particles of the liquid decreases and hence the temperature falls. Thus, evaporation causes cooling. This can be explained with an example. On a hot sunny day, people sprinkle water on the roof or open ground because what happens? The water evaporates by absorbing heat from the ground or surrounding air. By losing heat, the ground becomes cool and the people feel more comfortable. Why do we wear cotton clothes in summer? Because cotton is a good absorber of water and help in absorbing sweat and exposes it to the atmosphere and for easy evaporation. So why we feel comfortable? The sweat easily evaporates and we feel cool because the sweat takes the heat from our body to get converted into vapor form. So our body feels cool. Now next is, why do we see water droplets on the outer surface of a glass containing ice cold water? The water vapors are present in air, we know. But on coming in contact with the cold glass of water, they loses energy and gets converted to liquid state, and which we see as water droplets on the surface of the glass. Now we have discussed both evaporation and boiling. Now what's the difference between both the processes? Evaporation, it occurs on its own at all temperatures. Anywhere water is spread, after some time you will see the water, you will not see the water gets evaporated. It occurs at all the temperature. But boiling, it takes place at particular temperature when the liquid is heated. For example, the boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. The water will boil at 100 degrees. It is a surface phenomena. Surface phenomena means surface. The larger the surface, the more evaporation it will take. Smaller the surface, the more slowly the evaporation will. It is a bulk phenomenon. Bulk phenomenon means every particle will be boiled. Now next is, it always causes cooling, evaporation, because it takes away the heat, so we feel cooled. But boiling, no cooling is caused during boiling. Now two more states of matter, three: solid, liquid and gas, we already discussed. The fourth one is plasma and fifth is Bose-Einstein Condensate. What is plasma? The state consists of super energetic and super excited particles. These particles are in the form of ionized gases. They get charged when electrical energy flows through it. This charging creates a plasma glow inside the bulb. For example, the sun and the stars glow because of plasma presence in them, and it is created because of very high temperature. Now next is Bose-Einstein Condensate, the BEC. The Bose-Einstein Condensate is formed by cooling a gas of extremely low density, about 1/100th or to 1/1000th of density of normal air, to super low temperature. For example, superfluids, liquid helium and superconductors, nucleons and neutron stars. Similarly, definitions, we can also differentiate between the two. In first point, we can write the definitions. In second, it occurs at a very high temperature. It occurs at a low temperature. Third, you can write the examples. The sun and stars glow because of presence of plasma, superfluids and the superconductors. We can also write three differences between the two. That's all for today, students. Write the definitions. What I have told you: evaporation, factors affecting evaporation, difference between evaporation and boiling, the two more states of matter, their definitions and their difference between. Complete all this work in your fair chemistry registers.